You got John Souttar on a pre-contract a few days ago. Just what do you think he's going to add to the squad? And is there any interest in bringing him in January?
Well, first, I'm happy that John is joining us. I think he's a very good defender, Scottish international player. I think it's very important for us. We also keep our Scottish identity. I think he fits perfect in that role. So I'm happy that he will join us for the next season, and we will have to wait what will happen this window still. But as far as I know, we welcome John in the summer.
Nathan Patterson moved, of course, to Everton. I just wonder how much of the sale of that transfer you'll be allowed to reinvest into the squad.
Well, we are happy with the move Nathan had. I think it's a very good move for him because he joins a very strong league at a young age. So I'm really happy for Nathan. Of course, also was good for the club because of the financial package we will receive, and I think there is still transfer budget we have for this window. So we're looking in, adding some a player to the squad for the balance as well. If it's gonna happen, I don't know, but we just have to wait how that will develop in the coming weeks.
In terms of the squad tomorrow night, can you give us an update on who is available?
Maybe it's better to say who's not available. Of course, Aribo will not be in the squad because in the Africa Cup, Helander is started training with the team this week, so I'm really happy for him. But the game will come too early for him. Scott Arfield is still not training, so he will be not involved. Same for Steve Davis.
A couple of other players that have been mentioned in terms of that, Kamar Roof and Ryan Jack, how are they progressing?
Kamar and Ryan, they start training with the team also this week. So I'm happy that the injured players are getting back to train with the squad, especially when there's a very busy schedule coming up. So whether they will be involved tomorrow, we have to see.
Hi Giovanni, the winter break's obviously given you something of a mini pre-season to work on the training pitch. Can you give us an insight into how beneficial the time has been and what it's allowed you to work on?
Well, it's been very beneficial. Of course, I think it was good to give the players a rest, which we did, and everyone came back fresh on the 5th of January. So we had almost 2 weeks to prepare ourselves for the game tomorrow and for the second half of the season, but also had more time to work with the players on the pitch and also with team meetings. So it was very good to get a little bit more in depth in the way we want to play, the things we have to improve, and especially also the things we've done really well so far.
Cedric Itten has obviously returned from Germany in this window. Can I ask what the attraction was from your point of view in him rejoining the squad and what he'll offer you in that central striker role?
Yeah, well, of course, when I came in, I also assessed the players who were on loan. So we had some players on loan. So for me, when you go on loan, it has to be beneficial for both, for the player, for their development, but also for the club. And so for me, it was very obviously when Cedric wasn't playing a lot in Germany. I think for me, I'd rather have him with me in this squad instead of him being in Germany without even playing. So and Cedric, we had a Zoom meeting with him, and Cedric was very open in the discussions and felt the same way. So I'm really happy he's back now. So it gives me more options up front, because he's a different type than the players we have. So I think sometimes you need a player and a striker with his qualities, and so in that way I'm more flexible up front with the type of players I have.
Good morning.
Morning.
there's been talk of postponing the Old Firm game. Would you not consider that would just A, store up more fixture problems for the future, and B, also likely to be influenced by the time it came around by, say, injuries and suspensions?
Well, it's still a long way to go. The Old Firm, we're preparing for Aberdeen, and the game, it's in 2 weeks, so still, a lot can happen in that period. But as far as I'm concerned, we're not thinking about postponing the fixture. We know it's going to be an international calendar coming up. Especially we might lose some players as well, but that's the way it is. We have to take it as it comes. So when it's in the window, it's not only one game; it's 3 games that has to be played in the window. So that's I think impossible, because of course with bringing the break forward, the association also said it was difficult when there was even no space for postponing games, so that will make it difficult as well. And you never know how you have to prepare games. I think the Rangers had the first Old Firm. They missed the first and the second goalie. They missed the coach. They missed some other key players. So you never know what the situation will be. But as a coach, you have to handle every situation, and that's what I'm gonna do when the game comes.
I noticed that you had Alec Lowry and Leon King training with the first team. Is that potentially with a view to including them in the squad against Stirling Albion on Friday?
Well, I had more academy players involved this week, and so I'm really happy with with the academy we have, and also the talents we have in the academy. So there will always be times in the season when you can give your academy players a chance to play in the first team and make their debut. So to even make sure they know that they're on the right path. That's what we want as a club. So hopefully on Friday, we might able to do that.
Just to follow up something you mentioned there in terms of loan players, you said you've looked at the loan players since you came in to see what works best and to make sure it's working well. What's your view on Nikola Katic's situation, his prospects at Rangers?
Well, I think he's of course playing a lot now. That's the main thing you want to have when players go on loan. So I think he's up in Croatia. So I know Russ also talked with him this window, but for us it was never a possibility to bring him back. So hopefully he will continue to develop himself as a player, and then of course in the end of the season we will discuss with the club as well how our squad is going to be for the next season. But he's the one who's playing, so it's a different situation for him than for Cedric. But we spoke with him this window as well.